Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Episode 40 deals with the various forms of Bhakti. Long after the Mahabharata war got over and the decimation of the Yadavas became imminent, Krishna gave his philosophical preachings to Uddhava and said the following: Uddhava, look at the Gopis. Gopis never possessed a sharp intellect. Gopis never acquainted themselves with the Vedas. Gopis had never served great sages or saints. Gopis had never performed tapas. Yet they reached me through pure, unpolluted love. Love is a form of bhakti to reach the lotus feet of God. Take the case of Kamsa. Kamsa was informed that the eighth child born to Vasudeva and Devaki will kill him. He started killing every child born to them and was in search of the eighth child, which got transposed and went to Nandagopa's residence. And when it was a female child which Kamsa took on hand, she just vanished in the thin air because she is Yogamaya, uttering a caution that Krishna is growing somewhere else and is about to kill him. Kamsa spent his life out of sheer fear to Krishna. So, fear of Krishna made him to meditate more and more of Krishna. And finally, Kamsa was killed by Krishna. Because the killing happened through his divine hands, Kamsa reached his lotus feet through the process of fearful bhakti. Take the case of Sishupala, who wanted to marry Rukmini, the sister of Rukmini. But Rukmini wanted to marry Krishna, and therefore Krishna took Rukmini and married him. This irritated Shishupala, and he started to hate Krishna the rest of his life. And Krishna had to finally slay him in the Rajasyuga Yagam performed by Yudhishthira. Shishupala died out of hate towards Krishna. And even though he hated Krishna, he thought of Krishna, and he was therefore blessed to be killed through the divine hands of Krishna. Shishupala died to hate. Take the case of Arjuna. Arjuna is an example of reaching God through the process of friendship. The entire Mahabharata narrates how close they were as friends. And when Krishna showed the Vishwarupa Darshanam to Arjuna, he was baffled and astonished and said, "Is this the Lord whom I have been treating more as a friend in my life?" Arjuna reached Krishna through the process of friendship. The Vrishnis reached the God through the feeling that they belong to the same clan to which Lord Krishna belonged to. And the Yogis attained Krishna to the power of devotion. The love of Gopis, the fear of Kamsa, the hatred of Shishupala, the friendship of Arjuna, the clanal feelings of the Vrishnis, and the devotion of the Yogis led them to merge with the Lord. So, these are multifarious forms through which one can perform bhakti to attain God. But Acharyal utters a caution. As human beings, we should avoid approaching God through the process of fear which Kamsa did, and the process of hatred which Shishupala did, because in every other form it is pleasant and it does so much good, it makes you strive to reach God. But if you resort to fear and hatred, one has to face the attendant consequences of troubles, the hardship which one has to face before reaching the lotus feet of the God. And therefore, these two forms should be avoided, and rest of the forms, whichever suits you, should be pursued, so that the purpose of life is achieved in reaching the lotus feet of God. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha.